enormous number of transactions which takes place in cash. So it may be cash receipts as well as cash payment. So under cash book we are going to record only cash transactions. So cash transaction may be cash receipts as well as cash payments. Whereas cash receipts are recorded in the debit side, whereas cash payments are recorded in the credit side of a cash book. Purchased goods from Murali. So when you purchase, as I told, cash goes out of the business, so it is a payment. So it has to be recorded in the credit side. Hello everyone, welcome back to the 8th session of the chapter Recording of Transactions 2. I am Harshita, lecturer, Department of Commerce, Vidyashram PU College, Temple of Excellence, Mysore. My dear students, we were discussing about subsidiary books and we had solved 6 as well as 12 marks in a previous session. So we have discussed 5 subsidiary books and today we are going to continue with one of the new subsidiary book and important subsidiary book, that is cash book. Now what is cash book? So in an organization, enormous number of transactions which takes place in cash. So it may be cash receipts as well as cash payment. Now what is cash receipt? So if the organization receives cash, then it is known as cash receipts. In the same way, if the organization makes payment in cash, so it is known as what? Cash payment. So both cash receipts as well as cash payment will be recorded in one particular book which is known as cash book. Now why we are preparing cash book? We can record all the transaction in journal, right? But in small organization it may happen, but in big organization where there will be number of cash transactions, so it is very difficult to record all the cash transaction in one particular book, that is journal. So in order to reduce that burden, so we are preparing separate book in order to record only cash transaction which is known as cash book. Now let us see what is cash book. So cash book is used to record all cash receipts and cash payments. So as I told, if an organization receives cash, then it is known as what? Cash receipts. If the organization makes payment in cash, so it is known as what? Cash payments. So both cash receipts as well as cash payment will be recorded under one particular book which is known as cash book. So why we are preparing cash book? So this book enables a businessman to know the balance of cash in hand and cash at bank. So what is the balance of cash in hand and cash at bank? So in order to know that, we are going to prepare cash book at any point of time. So whenever we check our cash book at any point of time, we will come to know what is the balance of cash in hand and cash at bank. It also gives information about daily receipts, payments and closing cash balance at the end of each day. So daily receipts. So we'll come to know, as we are recording the transactions daily, so we'll come to know what is actual cash receipts as well as cash payment on that particular day and what is the closing balance of cash in hand and cash at bank by preparing our cash book. Now clear about cash book? So you have to remember here, so under cash book we are going to record all cash receipts as well as cash payment. And why we are preparing our cash book? In order to know what is the actual receipts as well as what is the actual payment which have taken place in that particular day, and in order to know closing cash in hand as well as closing cash at bank on that particular day. So we are preparing a book which is known as cash book. Now we shall see what is the difference between cash book as well as cash account. So in our previous chapter we have learnt about ledger account where we had already prepared cash account. Now what is the difference between cash book as well as cash account? So your first difference is cash book. It is a separate book maintained for recording cash transaction. So under cash book we are going to record only cash transactions. So cash transaction may be cash receipts as well as cash payments. Now what is cash account? It is an account in the ledger. So we are preparing number of accounts, right? So we are preparing number of accounts and cash account is also one of them. Whereas cash book is separate book. Whereas In what is cash account? So we will prepare number of ledger account. So among that, cash account is also one of them. So it is an account in the ledger. So under ledger, we are going to prepare this cash account. Whereas cash book is a separate book which is maintained only to record cash receipts as well as cash transaction. But in ledger, we will prepare number of accounts. So among those number of account, cash account is also one of them. And the next difference is, it is a book of original entry because all cash transactions are first of all recorded in cash book and then posted for cash book to various accounts in the ledger. So it acts like a journal where we are going to record the transaction for the first time. In cash book also, so whenever the cash transaction takes place, we are going to record for the first time in our cash book. So it acts as a journal. And then after recording in our cash book, it will be transferred to individual ledger accounts. Now let us see what is cash account. Cash account is opened in the ledger and posting is done in this account from journal. So here posting is done from journal to ledger. So here the posting is done from journal to ledger where the transaction is first recorded in journal in our cash account, then it is been transferred to individual account, that is cash account. So the transaction is first recorded in journal, then it is posted to cash account. Whereas in cash book, for the first time it will be recorded in one particular book, that is cash book. So all the cash receipts as well as cash transaction, for the first time it will be recorded in one particular book, that is cash book. And the third difference is, when transactions of cash are recorded in cash book, there is no necessity to open cash account in the ledger. So there is no necessity to open a cash account. Why there is no necessity to open a cash account? Because when we prepare a cash book, we'll come to know what is the balance of cash in hand and cash at bank at the end of that particular day. So no need to record cash account. So once we are recording all the transaction, that is cash transaction, in one particular book, that is cash book, then no need to record separate account, that is cash account. Now let us see what about cash account. When transaction of cash are recorded in journal, it is necessary to open. So it is necessary to open a ledger account in ledger, because when we prepare a journal, we will not come to know what is the balance of cash in hand as well as cash at bank, because all the transactions will be recorded in a journal. So we will not come to know what is the balance of cash in hand as well as cash at bank. So after preparing journal, it is very necessary to prepare cash account. But whereas in cash book, so there is no need or there is no necessity to prepare a cash account, because our cash book itself tells what is the balance of cash in hand and cash at bank at the end of that particular day. Now moving on to the next topic. Now let us see what is the features of cash book. So go through that. So the first feature is, cash receipts are recorded in the debit side of cash book. So always cash receipts. So as I told, cash receipts in the sense the amount which is received by the organization in the form of cash. So that is known as what? Cash receipts, and cash receipts is always recorded in the debit side of cash book. Now moving on to the second feature, cash payments are recorded in the credit side of cash book, whereas cash receipts are recorded in the debit side, whereas cash payments are recorded in the credit side of a cash book. The third feature of cash book is, it starts with cash or bank balance in the beginning of that particular period. So we are preparing a cash book with cash in hand as well as cash at bank at the beginning of that particular period. And next feature is, it ends with cash or bank balance at the end of that period. So we'll start with beginning cash in hand as well as cash at bank, and we'll end with closing cash in hand as well as cash at bank. So it ends with cash or bank balance at the end of that particular period. And the next is, it serves the purpose of both journal as well as ledger. Now, why it act as a journal as well as ledger? So in our difference we had studied. So why it act as a journal? So it acts as a journal because we are going to record all the cash transaction for the first time in cash book. So it acts as a journal. Now, why it act as a ledger? So, after recording the transaction in journal, so it will be posted to individual accounts in ledger. And this cash account is part of a ledger. It is one of the account which belongs to ledger, right? So, this cash book act both as a journal as well as ledger. Now, why it act as a journal? Because when we record the transaction, cash transaction for the first time in cash book, so it act as a journal. Then how it act as a ledger? So, after recording the transaction in journal, then we are going to prepare individual account, and cash account is one of the account in our ledger. So, it act as a ledger also. Since it acts as both journal as well as ledger, so it is called as journalized ledger. So why cash book is called as journalized ledger? Because it acts both as journal as well as ledger. And next one is, it gives information about daily receipts, payment, and the closing cash and bank balance at the end of the day. So, this is the main function, or this is a main feature of cash book. So, why we are preparing cash book? So, when we prepare cash book, we will come to know what is the daily receipts as well as what is the daily payment and closing cash in hand and cash at bank at the end of that particular day. That is closing cash and bank balance at the end of that particular day. So, these are all about features of cash book. Now, moving on to the types of cash book. So, let us see what are the types of cash book. So, you know what we are going to record under cash book. All cash receipts as well as cash payments are recorded under cash book. Now, let us see what are the types of cash book. So, there are 4 types of cash book. So, the first one is single column or simple cash book. Now, why it is called as single column or simple cash book? So, it is a cash book which contains only one amount column. So, it is known as single column cash book. And my dear students, here you have to be careful. So, this is a 6 marks question where sometimes they will ask it as prepare single column cash book, or sometimes they will ask as prepare simple cash book. So both are same. So make sure that single column cash book is also known as simple cash book. And why it is called as single column cash book? Because it contains only one amount column, that is cash column. And the second type is double column cash book. So here we are having 2 columns. So it is known as double column cash book. We are having 2 amount column. One is cash column and one is bank column. So here we are having 2 columns. That is 2 amount column. One to record cash and one to record bank. Now we shall see later how we are going to record the transaction in cash column as well as bank column. So under debit side as well as under credit side, we are having 2 columns. That is, one is cash column and one is bank column. So it is called as double column cash book. And the third one is triple column cash book. So it has 3 amount columns. So it is called as triple column cash book. And the fourth one is petty cash book. So these are the 4 types of cash book. So which are the 4 types of cash book? Single column or simple cash book, double column cash book, or it is also called as 2 column cash book. And the third one is triple column cash book, and fourth one is petty cash book. Now we shall see what is single column or simple cash book. Simple cash book is also known as single column cash book. So this I have already told. Simple cash book is also known as single column cash book. In this book, all cash transactions of the business are recorded in chronological order. So how the transactions are recorded in simple column cash book? In a chronological order, one by one. As per date, we are recording one by one. So all the transactions are recorded one by one in a chronological order. It is a complete record of cash receipts as well as cash payment. So cash book is all about recording cash receipts as well as cash payment. So single column, under single column cash book, we are going to record all cash receipts as well as cash payments. And the next is the single column cash book has only one amount column. So this I have already told, it has contains only one amount column on both the debit as well as credit side. So it will be having debit side where we are going to record all the receipts, and under credit side we are going to record all the payments. So under debit as well as credit side we are having one amount column. So it is known as single column cash book, and it records only cash related transaction. So this you have to remember. So no credit transactions will be recorded, only cash transactions will be recorded. The entries relating to check issued, checks received, purchase discount and sale discount are not recorded. So why they are not recording such kind of transaction? Because we are going to record only cash transaction. So what here you have to remember, single column cash book is also called as simple cash book. Why it is called as single column cash book? So under debit side as well as credit side, we are having only one amount column. So it is called as single column cash book. Then it records all cash receipts as well as cash payments, and it is having both the debit side as well as credit side. So if there is any transactions relating to check, it will not be recorded because we are going to record only cash transactions. So this is about simple cash book or single column cash book. Now we shall see what is the format of single column cash book. So as I told, you will be having debit side as well as credit side. So under debit side, you will be having date and receipts. So whatever the amount which has been received by the organization will be recorded under debit side. So date, receipts, ledger folio, amount, and under credit side, date, payments. So if the organization have paid cash, so it will be recorded under credit side, next ledger folio and amount column. So this is the format of our simple column or single column cash book. Now we shall go through a problem so that you will clearly understand how to prepare single column or simple cash book. So my dear students, here we are going to record only cash transaction, not credit transaction. So if you find any credit transaction in the question, so it will not be recorded in a cash book. Now go through the question. Enter the following transaction in a single column cash book for the month of December 2017 and balance the same. So they have given certain transaction and they are asking us to prepare single column cash book. Now go through the transaction. December 1st, cash in hand, that is opening cash. So as I told, always a cash book starts with opening cash in hand or cash at bank. Now go through the transaction and we shall see how we are going to prepare. That is December 1st, cash in hand, that is how much? Rupees 24,000. And the next one is December 4th, cash received from Vishnu. So this is what? This is receipts. So we are recording under receipt side because we have a receipt, that is 6,000. And the next one is December 8th, purchased goods from Vishnu for cash. So here we have purchased goods from Vishnu. So when we purchase goods, what goes out of the business? Cash goes out of the business, right? So it is what? Payment. So we are recording in the payment side, that is credit side of a cash book. And the next one is December 10th, paid insurance. So when we pay insurance, so what it is? It is a payment. Next one is December 15th, sold goods for cash. So we have sold goods. Now what we are receiving? We are receiving cash, right? So it is a receipt. Next one is paid rent. So when we pay rent, so cash goes out of the business, so it is a payment. And the next one, December 22nd, purchased stationery items. So we have purchased stationery items, so cash goes out of the business. So stationery items we have received and we have made payment for that, so it is a payment. And the next one is December 25th, received commission. So we have receiving commission. So what would be a journal entry? Cash account debit to commission account. So we are receiving cash, so it is receipt. And the next one is December 27th, paid salaries. So we are paying salaries, so cash goes out of the business, so it is payment. And the next one is December 31st, paid to postage. So we are paying postage, so it is payment. So we have identified which are the receipts as well as payment and how to record this transaction. So as I told, first you have to begin with the heading, that is cash book. So you can write it as simple column cash book or single cash book also. So here you can write it as simple cash book. Next, we are having debit as well as credit side. So debit side as well as credit side. Now what we are going to record on the debit side? Date, receipts. So whatever the amount received by the organization, that you are going to write receipts, ledger folio, amount. Next on the credit side, date, payments, ledger folio and amount. Now go through the first transaction. So how to begin our simple cash book? So as I told, always we are begin our simple cash book with beginning of or opening cash in hand as well as cash at bank. Now in the question they have given opening cash in hand, that is December 1st, cash in hand. How much? 24,000. Now how we are recording that? So we will record in the receipt side as 1st December 2017 to balance brought down. So this is what? This is opening cash in hand. So to balance brought down 24,000. Clear? So cash in hand, that is opening cash in hand, can be written as to balance brought down, that is how much? 24,000. Now moving on to the next transaction, December 4th, cash received from Vishnu. So we are receiving the amount from whom? From whom we are receiving? From Vishnu. So your journal entry will be cash account debit to Vishnu's account. So your journal entry will be cash account to Vishnu's account. Now how do you write this? It is a receipt. So we have to record in the receipt side. So we will record the date 4/12/2017 to Vishnu's account. So your amount is 6,000. Now moving on to the next transaction, December 8th, purchased goods from Vishnu. So how do we write this transaction? Purchased goods from Vishnu for cash. So your journal entry will be purchases to cash account. So how do you write? So it is a payment. So we have to record in the credit side. So 8/12/2017 by purchases account 4,000. Clear? Yes. Now moving on to the next transaction, December 10th, paid insurance. So your journal entry will be insurance account debit to cash account. So since it is a payment, so we are recording in the payment side. So how do you record? 10/12/2017 by insurance account 2,000. Now moving on to the next entry, that is December 15th, sold goods for cash. So your entry will be cash to sales. So it is a receipt. So when we are selling goods, we are receiving the amount. So we are going to record in the receipt side, that is, what is the date? 15/12/2017 to sales account 8,000. Clear? Yes. Now moving on to the next transaction, that is paid rent. So your journal entry will be rent to cash. So it is a payment. So you are recording under payment side as by rent account. So your amount is 500. Now moving on to the next transaction, December 22nd, purchase stationery items. So what would be a journal entry? Stationery items, stationery to cash. So it is a payment. So you are recording under payment side as by stationery. It is 22/12/2017, 4,500. Next one is received commission. That is date is 25th, received commission. So what would be a journal entry? Cash account to commission. So how do you write? So it is a receipt. So we'll record in the receipt side as to commission. So how much? 1,000. Next, paid salaries. So what is the journal entry? Salary to cash. So since it is a payment, you are going to record in the credit side as by salaries. How much? 2,000. Next is paid to postage. So your journal entry will be postage to cash. So we'll record in the payment side by postage account how much? 400. Now we are done with recording all the transaction. As usual, we have to balance. So how to balance? So first we'll see what is the total of debit side. So when you total 24,000 plus 6,000 plus 8,000 plus 9,000 plus 1,000, so you'll get 39,000 in your debit side. Now let us see what is the total of credit side. It is 4,000 plus 2,000 plus 500 plus 4,500 plus 2,000 plus 400 will get 13,400 is a credit side. Now which side is more? Debit side is more. It means what? Debit balance. So we'll write 39,000 both the side. 39,000 minus 13,400 will get 25,600. Now what is this 25,600? So this is balancing figure. Balancing figure. So it has to be carried down. So carried down on which date? End of that particular month. That is end of December. So 31st 12/2017 by balance carried down 25,600. So whatever the amount you have carried down has to be brought down at the beginning of next month. That is 1/1/2018 to balance brought down 25,600. So since we are having debit balance, in the sense debit side is more, so we have to carry it down in the credit side, and that has to be transferred or brought down at the beginning of next month in our debit side. So this is how we are preparing our simple cash book. Now we shall go through one more problem. So this is a question paper problem, so which comes for 6 marks. Here they have given 5 transactions which comes for 6 marks. Now go through the transaction. Enter the following transaction in simple cash book. So here they have asked it as simple cash book, or sometimes they might ask it as single column cash book. Now go through the transaction. 1/6/2018 cash in hand rupees 12,000. Now what is this? This is opening cash in hand. So how do we record? We'll record in the receipt side to balance brought down as to balance brought down, and the amount is what? 12,000. Now we shall see what are the cash receipts and what are the cash payments. So 5/6/2018 cash received from Ram. So it is what? It is receipts because we have received that amount. Next 10/6/2018 purchased goods from Murali for cash. So we are purchasing goods. So when we are purchasing goods, goods comes to the business, but what goes out of the business? Cash goes out of the business. So it is what? This payment. And the next one is 26/2018 sold goods for cash. So we are selling goods. So what comes to the business? Cash comes to the business. So it is what? This receipt. And the next one is 25/6/2018 paid salary. So we are paying salary. So it is what? It is payment. So this is a simple problem. Now we shall see how we are going to solve this. Now how to begin our solution with the heading cash book, or you can write it as simple column cash book, or you can write it as single column cash book also. And we are having debit side as well as credit side. Now what to record under debit side? Date, receipts. So whatever the amount the organization receives, we are going to record under debit side, that is date, receipts, ledger folio and amount column. Under credit side we are having date, payment. So if any payment is made by the organization, so it will be recorded under credit side. Next ledger folio, amount column. Now go through the question. Cash in hand rupees 12,000. So what do you mean by that? Opening cash in hand. So how do we record? 1/6/2018. So always it will be recorded on a debit side. So 1/6/2018 to balance brought down 12,000. Moving on to the next transaction, that is 5/6/2018 cash received from Ram. So it is a receipt. So we have to record in the debit side as what? So we'll record the date 5/6/2018 to Ram's account, and the amount is how much? 4,000. Now moving on to the next transaction which have taken place on 10/6/2018, purchased goods from Murali. So when you purchase, as I told, cash goes out of the business, so it is a payment. So it has to be recorded in the credit side 10/6/2018 by purchases account 6,000. Why it has to be recorded as by purchases account? So when you purchase goods from Murali for cash, so what is your journal entry? Purchases account to cash account. So you will write it as by purchases account. Next, 26/2018, sold goods for cash. So what is your journal entry? Cash to sales. So how do you record? So since it is a receipt, so we'll record in the debit side as to sales account 9,000. And the next one, 25/6/2018, paid salary. So your journal entry will be salary account debit to cash account. Salary account debit to cash account, where cash goes out of the business. So it is a payment. So we'll record it as by salary account 3,000. Now we are done with recording all the transaction. As usual, we have to balance. So when you total the debit side, that is 12,000 plus 4,000 plus 9,000. So we'll get 25,000 in your debit side. Now let us see what about credit side. It is 6,000 plus 3,000. That is how much? Only 9,000. So there is a difference, right? So since debit side is more, it is debit balance. So we'll record 25,000 both the side minus 25,000 minus 9,000. So we'll get 16,000. Now what is this 16,000? So that amount is what? It is balancing figure. So it is balancing figure and that amount has to be carried down. When it has to be carried down? At the end of that particular month. So that is end of June. It is 30/6/2018 by balance carried down. So your balance is 16,000. So whatever the amount you have carried down has to be brought down at the beginning of next month. That is 1/7/2018 to balance brought down 16,000. So this is how we are going to prepare simple cash book or single column cash book, where we are having only one amount column in the debit side and one amount column in the credit side. So it is called as simple column or a simple cash book or single column cash book. My dear students, in today's session, we learned one of the important subsidiary book, that is cash book. We learned what is the meaning of cash book, what are the features of cash book, and what is the difference between cash book as well as cash account, and why it is called as journalized ledger. So it acts both as a journal as well as ledger. And we learned what are the classification of cash book, and we learned the first type of classification, that is simple cash book or single column cash book. So in my next session, I am going to continue with cash book only. See you all in my next session. Till then, take care. Thank you.